comment on. There we go. Oh, Pat's here. Hi. Right. I'm going to fill this. So this is what I made for the blog hop that I was on yesterday. Actually, I've been on 3 blog hops in the last 2 days, but this was the Pootler one. So the team I'm in, we did a blog hop, and I made this mini album, and I've been sorting through photos to put in it, and I thought, I haven't done a live since before Christmas, so why don't I pop in and do it? Hi, Pat. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to fill it. And I think that often we see these gorgeous albums that people make, and then we never actually see them with photos in. And it's not so much a New Year's resolution, but it is something that I've decided to do, is to start putting photos in some of these albums. And so what I'm doing is I'm doing my babies who are fully grown men. But so I have lots of photos. That's one baby, that's another baby, and they're wearing the same outfit. So it's an outfit that I knitted. I did a bit of mad knitting when my kids were babies. And so I've got loads of photos with them wearing the same clothes. And hi from Oregon. Hi, Terry. Oh, amazing. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so I thought I'd do on these pages is have like one side Liam and one side James, both wearing the same clothes. That is what I thought. That one's just one day. That's got them all in it. Very special day, and I thought those pictures would go nice with that. And here they are again in the same outfit. Yeah, that was just what I thought I'd do. And here we are in my favourite baby grow. 2 different babies. So I'm just going to sort of trim them down. And I thought it's one of the reasons why I wanted this little trimmer was to make this sort of job much easier. Oh, I've managed to close that up and bend that, but it don't matter. So these are in the days when we didn't have digital cameras and we got our photos printed. I used to use a company called Triple Print, and you'd get a big 6x4 and then you'd get 2 little ones. And I always bought double prints because I was always sending them to my parents and my sisters and my brother, and they've got millions of photos of my kids and don't know what to do with them. And so I've got loads and loads of spares, and I used to write on the back. So I know that was Boxing Day in 1991. So, and that was in March of 1992. Another example of my crazy mad knitting that I used to do. I was a nurse and I used to knit them whilst I was on duty, and they would go, I can't believe you're going to knit that for a baby. You need to knit lemon and pink and baby blue. And it like, no, I really don't. And that was one of my favourites, that. So I'm going to get them trimmed down and put on. So I'm going to put them on this label here. I think because I'm going to put those 2 to match. I'm going to do that sort of matching first. So I might trim them down a bit, and I think I'm going to matte. And I think I'm going to matte these on white because of this white bit in the corner there. That was my thoughts. So I might trim down a tad. I've just cut these with my scissors off the Triple Print. So now I'm going to trim them down, and I can trim off where I've got my finger in that photo. And I love that chair. I covered it when James was born because that was just like grafted. So now let's see what size we've got here. So we are 2 7/8 that way and 1 3/4 that way. So I might just do a little border. So I might go that way to 3 then, and then 1 3/4. So we'll just go up 1/8 that way. And if I've calculated that correctly, that will give me a nice little 16th border there to fit on there, and the white from there will make it pop. And I'm going to do journaling afterwards. I find when I scrapbook that journaling after is the best way to go for me. Right, I'm going to trim this one down. There's lots and lots of space there, so I'm going to trim it down. I have got the bigger versions of these in a photo album because I was absolutely religious about sticking them in a photo album. Might take a little bit off the top there. Yeah, mad crazy trousers. Love those trousers. I've actually still got them actually, and I'm going to a adult butling weekend in a couple of weeks, and we might be going as hippies, so that will come in handy. Right, so I'm going to cut this at 1/8 there. It's not an 1/8, 16th there, and I think that is the width that needs to be, if I've just eyeballed that correctly. I have indeed. I need to trim a tad off the bottom, so it needs to go to 2 7/8. See how quick it is with this trimmer, it's amazing. Love it. Might have not done that quite enough, so if I trim a little tad off that, then that will do it. Yay! I've just realised, looking at this photo, that little sideboard, that my son's got that in his house. Right, I'm going to keep that. I'm going to probably do journaling. I'm probably going to type them and print it onto Whisper White and cut them up. I think that's the way I'm going to do it. Now, I have never scrapbooked with Tombow, so we shall see. This is quite a... I'll get me new Tombow. I don't want to be tapping every 2 minutes. I think this is acid free. Put my glasses on and I can see. Yes, it's acid free, photo safe. Yeah, I thought it was. So fabulous. I remember, when I first scrapbooked, I used to use tape runners a lot. I'm just going to get a scrap of card, spread that down. Yeah, I used to use a lot of tape runners. Hi Trisha. I just went hi Jess because I was reading the comment. Oh dear. So yeah, I used to use a lot of tape runners, and I'd go through loads. Never thought back then to use liquid glue, but now I'm a liquid glue convert. Put that on there. Stick that on. Put the lid on. What a wally. Keep the lid off. I've got a little jar next to me. Put it there. Then it's easier, innit? And then I'm just going to stick that on there. There we go. First photo in a scrapbook of the year. To be fair, it's probably the first photo in a scrapbook in a few years. So, yay. But I say I determined to actually populate these scrapbooks that I make. I have actually given some away as presents, but it's like, it's all well and good making these cute little mini albums, but get photos in them. And what a lovely way to spend a Sunday afternoon. So, well, I think it's a lovely way to spend a Sunday afternoon. So I was just going to do this myself. Ed's gone out for a New Year drink and catch up with a mate. Normally we go out on a Sunday afternoon, and I was like, nah, it's fine. I want to get on with some scrapbooking. So I have promised myself a day a week scrapbooking. Adorable. What's adorable, Trisha? My babies. different babies, same outfit. I hand knitted them. I don't knit anymore, but I did. Right, so these two are going to go on the back because that is, so that's him grown up. That's my Liam, and then that's holding James, and that's an example of crazy knitting. Wow. Does make me laugh, that photo. He's kind of saying, oh my God, Mum, as well, isn't he? So I'm going to put those two on the back there. I might not trim them down because that's quite cute. And that always makes me laugh. There's a little shelving unit in the back there, and this little monster would climb up them shelves. Moved from the moment they were born. He was just couldn't keep still. I think I might, because of the colour in that, I might map that on a bit of Pretty Peacock. To make that pop. I think that might be nice. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm not keeping up with the comments. Is that oh my about climbing up the shelves? Yeah. I couldn't keep my eyes off him for a second. He was terrible. Right, I've now managed to forget what size that was. So we're going to go with this one to 1 below 3. I'm doing them so they're a 16th border. So an 1/8 different in the size, because working with small photos I think that would be better. I may have misdone that. That's okay. I'll cut another 16th off. No drama. There we go. That's a bit better, like that. And then this one, 1 below 3/4. That 3/4, 1 below it. I'm new here. Do you have a video on making the book? Yeah, I do. My tutorial, it's on my Terry, it's on my YouTube channel, Nigezza Creates. It was only published today, the video to make this actual album. Like that. I think it needs a little bit more trimming off that way. Yeah, I made the album for a blog hop, so there's a tutorial on YouTube, and then all the measurements and everything is on my blog. So there's that one done, and then I might put this one with Pretty Peacock as well, so it matches. I'm going to keep that shelf in because that reminds me, and I probably journal about that. So I'll put that one to 3 inches. A smidge below. Of course you don't have to mat. It would be much quicker if I didn't, in fact, wouldn't it? But it's not about quickness. That needs to be 2. It's about enjoying myself and remembering my baby boys. There we go. So that's super. And I think I'm gonna have a little look at what it might look like if I did a bit of white behind it. Not sure. I love this idea. Teach the millennials to love photos. Absolutely. I just think it's such a shame that nobody prints them anymore. I've started now printing. Every month I get some printed. Looks great, matted. Good. Yeah, I think you've got to mat them to make them pop, I think. I am going to mat that one. So go up to one past there. I'm going to forget that. What I'm going to do is just eyeball. I've got some like rulers with ridges on them that help you do perfect layers. It might even be called perfect layers. And yeah, well, I just can't be bothered half the time. Bit of eyeballing, that works, doesn't it? Yeah, like that. Except I can't really see the pretty peacock because it's ever such a subtle border. That'll be alright once I stuck it down. Trim a slight bit off. And then I'll be happy. Yeah, let's get sticking. Let's get sticking. I might not do the whole thing. Good old eyeball, I know. I've been watching a lot of junk journal videos and they measure nothing and they get great results. So it's handmade, they're my memories. And that's what I like. That's why I like Smashbooks. I got Smashbooks because you just chuck it in. Although I have made scrapbooks for other people, and those I spend hours on getting them right. And what I'm going to do tonight, we have usually Sunday night's film night, and so I might write my little journalings to stick in. So I'm going to put that slightly to the top so I've got room to journal there. Or actually I'm going to bring it down a bit because I might put one across there and then a couple at the bottom. I think that's how that one's going to play out. I do like overlapping, and I might find some other little bits of embellishments to put on. Might even stamp some things, but for the moment that'll do. So we got that on one side, and I shall put some journaling in there, and that one on that side. Cute. So let's get this one done. I am now covering over when that was. March of 1992. So he was born in September. So can't count at the moment because I've got fingers. You doing other things. So March, so September, October, November, December, January, February, March. So 6 months. So he's 6 months old in that photo. Probably about the same age. Probably. But I always said I'd do... Oh, I want to put that on white. Yeah, I'm going to stick it on. Oh, brave. I always said I was going to do an album where I had pages side by side like this with two kids, because at times it's hard to work out which one's which when you look at photos in isolation, and it's usually looking at our hairstyles that kind of ages it for us. We can kind of work out, you know, oh well, you hadn't grown your hair then, so that's obviously Liam. By the time James was born, Ed had long hair, so that's always a good sign. Oh, cutie. Oh yeah, I like that. The white does make it pop, and yeah, I like double matting when it comes to photo scrapbooks. So I am gonna put that like that. Cool. that's them done. So then I was just going to put some photos on the background here because I had so many. It was really hard to narrow them down. That is a lovely picnic we went on in the summer. If I put it in there, yeah, so that was May 1992. Ed hadn't grown his hair. And thank you, Trish. And yeah, so Liam had this, I've got this lovely little mop cap. And because he was so beautiful and had such big eyes, people often mistook him for a little girl. And I had one of these umbrellas that I used to hang when I was a student nurse, that used to hang up in my room. And that just made a really good sort of shelter for him when we went out in the sun. So I've got to trim that down a bit to fit on the page. It's actually not that straight that way. So I've just cut that. Let's straighten that up. I cut these with my scissors. That's a bit better. That'll go on there. I'm going to straighten up that top. This one is 28 now. So we are going back a long time. I think I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss to map that. And that will go lovely with my absolute favourite outfit for my kids. I think actually somebody bought me that because they just went, I knew you'd love this outfit. And I actually knitted a multicoloured stripy purple cardigan as well. I need to find you a picture of that. And that used to go on lovely with that one. We clearly needed to decorate back there. So, put that in there. Right, let's chop a bit of that mess off the top. Let's hide that a bit. Maybe chop a bit off the bottom so that it fits in better. And then that can go in there like so. And I'll probably put some journaling on these flaps as well. So let's get some scraps. That's not big enough. I might have to cut it out of this big one actually. I might make this border a little bit bigger and then I won't do a matte. That's not straight. I won't do a matte in white, I don't think, on this one. No, it's really not straight. It is now. So I think I'm gonna stick directly on this card. I've got lovely lipstick as well I pulled out because that goes with the lilies. Might use that on another page. There we go. Go for that. That's not quite close enough. There we go. Coolio, that works I think. And then I can stick this one on this bit. Yep. So I was just interested as well into how long this would take me. And so I thought, well, if I video it, then I'll know how long it takes me, won't I? And people might enjoy the process. I am one for watching scrapbooking videos. That's all I watch. Scrapbooking and junk journaling. Because that was my first passion. That way. I got loads of little scrapbooks I made when the kids were little. Oh, I've done that too close. Never mind. It is what it is. It's going in. Right, maybe I will do a white. Bit of white to make that pop. Yeah, I think I will. I think I'll do a bit of white. Hi, Steph. think I'll do a bit of white round it. It does make it pop a bit. And then it's not getting lost in this gorgeous paper. It is just intended for me to just look at. I'll give this to Ed when he comes back to have a look at, and I guarantee he will cry, because that's what he does. Whenever I do anything like this, I remember stringing, we had loads and loads of, well, my mum used to video, she had a video camera and she used to video us on all our visits, and she put them all on one video for me, and I transferred them one time onto a CD, and we sat and watched them, and he just sat there with tears running down his cheeks as he remembered his babies. Bless him, he's a big softie. Right, I need some more Whisper White. There we go. Not far to go. Yeah, that'll be lovely. Yeah, so he will look at this and cry. We do love our babies. Any babies will do. My friend's just had a baby, so we're looking forward to meeting her. That way. That'll do for me. And that's the first page done. I don't know how long I've been. Oh, it says there 28 minutes. There we go. So I've got room for a bit of journaling around that, and then that tag in there, that tag in there. That's the first page done. Fabulous. And then my thoughts were here. I've got a tag there, so that picture, this was all on the same day. Lovely day. We went out for a walk. I haven't written on the back when it is, so I thought I'd put the little one on that, do a lot of journaling on the back there, and then stick these on that side, and a little bit of journaling there, or maybe a little I don't know what. That was my thoughts on this one. And yeah, then I'm just going to carry on, but I think that possibly half an hour is long enough. I'm going to carry on anyway, but I don't know if anybody's got time on a Sunday afternoon to stick with me, but I'll understand if you disappear. I couldn't believe my baby's 30 in March. Oh God, I know. Yeah, blink and you will miss their childhood. Absolutely. I can't believe that. I mean, mine's 28, and we went out on his birthday in September, and it was like 2 years' time you'd be 30. And yeah, where does the time go? Treasure every moment. I say that to everybody when they have a little baby. Treasure every moment, even when they keep you up all night crying. They grow up too fast, especially nowadays, I think, with all social media and everything. They do grow up far too fast. They're not kids for long enough. Really aren't. So I might just stuff that straight on a white one to make that pop. 8 and 14, Tricia. Lovely. Lovely. So you've got same age difference as my two, because there's 6 years between my two. It's quite nice. So it was like we had two only children. May have to case it for a class. Oh, absolutely. I think I love doing mini album classes, and then I love it when they show me it when they filled it with photos. 30, 29, 27, 23 this year. Yeah, my youngest is 22, and yeah, so similar, except I only had 2. I do like the gap. It meant that when Liam had gone to school and I had a baby, and so we could lavish as much time and attention on our second baby as we did our first. It was like I had two only childs in a row. It was great. Really enjoyed it. I don't think I'd have coped with 2 babies at the same time. My sister-in-laws did. There's not much between them, but that wasn't the way we wanted to. A 10-year gap, Pat. Wow. Well, I would have had another. There was our intention to have a 3rd baby, and we were going to have another sort of 6-year gap, 5-6 year gap. So we would have had 10 or 11 years between the baby we didn't have and our eldest. Oh, quite like that. I love that picture. I had such a curly fringe. Now I straighten it. It was before straightening irons. My fringe would look like that now if I didn't straighten it. So let's get these done. I'm going to get that now. I'm going to need another one, aren't I? I don't know why I turned that round, because it's practically the same size, you Burke. Does that need straightening? It does. We ended up foster caring instead of having another baby. So that was quite nice. But yeah. I often drop hints. Time for grandchildren, please. To my eldest, not my youngest. He's still at uni. He can carry on for a bit longer. There we go. One of my these two are my 2 of my favourite photos. Matter of fact, I need to get them in a frame on the wall because I love them so much. I might actually get the bigger ones and actually do a 12 by 12 scrapbook page with them and frame it. That would be nice, I think. Yeah, gonna stick that on there like that. And that's not going to work. Let's trim it up straight. I think it is straight actually. Clearly didn't do a bad job on that one. But I am going to cut a bit of that tree off. We went walking with my best mate from, one of my best mates from uni. Went in the woods near us and she took that photo. And I love that one because we're all looking at the baby. So cute. Right, need some more Whisper White. Getting lost there with my babies. Which I appreciate other people will not interested necessarily in my babies, but the process you might be. It's anywhere between my nan and my mum. Wow. I think my elder sister had a baby quite young, and then that baby had a baby quite young, and then that baby grew up. He wasn't as young, but it means that my niece then also went on to carry on having babies. So it means that when she was pregnant with her fourth, her son's girlfriend was pregnant with her grandchild, and they were born 3 weeks apart. So my my great nephew had a niece 3 weeks later. It's just madness, but lovely. Yeah, so I was an auntie when I was 12, and then a great auntie when I was 28, and a great auntie 5 years ago. So yeah, I quite like being a great auntie. Ed, on the other hand, cries when I call him great Uncle Ed, because he says that makes him feel so ridiculously old. I think these pictures look lovely with that paper, which was what I had in my head when I was making it. I thought, and I am definitely gonna do a big scrapbook page, I think, with the bigger versions of these, and stick it on the wall. I just love it. I think it's my trousers that just go well. My hippie trousers go well. And then I've got the photo in there. Super. Got loads from that day, actually. I think I'm going to do a whole scrapbook just on that day. So we've got, so carrying, I thought carrying was both on the back. Yeah, so those are the pictures with them in the same outfit, although that one goes that way, so I think I might change up, put them on the back. Oh, that one goes that way as well, but it can get oh no, we'll stick to my original idea. I'll just trim that. There we go, trim that. Colours are awesome, thanks. Yeah, they are. I just love this, but I mean, I love Monet, and so I love this paper. So that's being carried, same carrier. So yeah, I'm going to trim that down, take off the top there, we don't need that. Gone a bit bendy there. Liam was a huge Teletubby fan, so we had all the Teletubbies. You couldn't, at that time, don't know if anybody remembers, you couldn't get Teletubbies for love nor money. As soon as they got them in shops, they were selling them. And there's that. Oh yeah, that was the shelves. He went climbing up, and yeah, you just couldn't get Teletubbies. So I managed to get these tiny little ones. Couldn't get big ones. Did eventually. Got ones that spoke to each other and everything. They were huge hit. And I remember James used to sit and watch, be absolutely glued to the TV show. Catch you next time. Got to shoot off. Thanks, Trisha. Thanks for joining me. It is March 1992, this photo. I'm just carrying on because I'm enjoying this. Sunday scrapping. Maybe I'll do a regular Sunday scrapping. Scrappy Sunday. It's got a bit of a ring to it, hasn't it? Pull it that way a bit. There we go. Bit too big, that margin. This is what happens. I just keep trimming, keep trimming. A little bit off the top. Might get me perfect layers out and see if actually they do help. Right, that's no good for that. I need some more scraps. This is my bag of white scraps. Perfect. So put that down. I had, years and years ago, I used to have Creative Memories, and they've got a whole cutting system. I still got it, so, and they're really good for cutting and matting and being even. Yep, I'll do. I'll say I'll get the, I will eventually put this on YouTube, and I'll put it on with the matting, with the, not the matting, the journaling, I think. As I say, I for one, when I first started watching scrapbook tutorials, I for one wanted to see them complete. That's them. Cute. So we have got baby carrier. I am looking at that and I think I've got it wrong. They're both James. What a wally. I've got one that is definitely Liam, but I think I've already put that in with the sun. Yeah, that one. Right. I'm gonna put that one on there. I know it's definitely James because there's a picture of James there, so it can't be Liam. And Ed's got long hair, so that's a definite. So I shall dig one out of Liam. Laters. I think they're to be tested. To be tested. We used to absolutely love the Teletubbies. And we had a whole Teletubby house. We had a Teletubby playhouse. We had all the toys. We had a Nunu. Custard wasn't just custards, it was Tubby Custard. But it used to be, I used to watch James when he was little like this, sitting in this chair, staring, mesmerised at the telly when the Teletubbies were on. And then when they used to go to the TV bit on their bellies, and we had real people, suddenly tension gone, then looking around. And but it was definitely those Teletubbies that caught his attention. It was amazing. Used to love it. And it was about the only time that he was out of my arms, because he just liked to be picked up. I used to put him in the baby sling just so I could walk around the house or do the washing up. Not that I was ever bothered about not actually managing to do the washing up, to be fair. Right, so stick that on that one. And I'm going to have to do the matching one after, when I locate a picture. This was always, Daddy always liked to carry them. He loved it when they were on the front carrier, and then when they got too big for that, off they went on the back. That's the same outfit as well. It's probably the same day. Well, it's not actually, he's wearing a different top, but similar. Right, let's get these two on the back. This was, I think that was possibly the first, one of the first lots of food that James ate, and that was, I remember we'd been out for a picnic and Liam never used to pick up food and eat, and we'd come back, we were having coffee, and I think I had some chocolate biscuits, and I just put the jar on the baby walker tray because I went, that's fine, he never picks anything up. And the next thing I looked round and there he is, covered in chocolate. It was the first time he picked up food. So it's quite cute. Oh, I do want to keep those little feet in, they're so cute. So yeah, two messy baby faces. Love it. Right, that's not going to work, that's not going to work. Any more scraps in here that might fit. That's a piece of scrappy Burke. Oh, the photos are there. Right, let's dig deep. That one will do nicely. That one might do. I've done some heat embossing on the back there. Don't like to waste things. Oh, it'll go that way nicely. And it'll go that way nicely. There we go. When was this? May of 1992. And we're in 2020. Gosh, that does make me feel old. But I can account for it. It does feel like a long time ago. And I've done lots. I think the next time I do this, I will locate my Perfect Layers tool. But it's not cut very straight. Neither's that. Put it on there. Yee. So then we've just got one more page to do after this. Been 49 minutes. Let's see if I can do it in the hour. Gosh, can't believe I'm doing this for this long. I see lots of people doing Facebook Lives for this long, and I think, what are they doing? But I think this is good to show that actually you can get a scrapbook filled. And I say it won't take me long. I'll type up some little memories. I'm not going to handwrite them. And I will stick them on. To remind me of the little story about, like that one for instance, with him getting the biscuit jar. Do you know, it's funny, I remember that, but I can't tell you what I had for breakfast. It's weird. Weird. They're cuties. No, that's James. That's Liam. There we go. There we go. And then the last page. So we've got, oh, that is, I was going to put, these are two of my favourite pictures. Liam, James. James hates that. He always goes, what an ugly baby I was, but it's so cute. I don't know how he can say that. But he always says, I'm miserable. Never smiling. Love this picture of Liam as well. Bit little though. That was back in the day before I sort of zoomed in. So put that one there. And that one's pretty much as it is, I think. Really enjoyed it, Jess. Gonna have to dig out some photos of my babies this week and have a go. Absolutely, Pat. Absolutely. Bring back all those lovely memories. Embarrass them. My kids don't know I'm doing this. If they find out that I've been on Facebook showing pictures of them as a baby, they might not talk to me. But never mind. Oh, so love them. Cut these down. Favourite baby grow. I used to wear it with odd socks to kind of match. I think I had the sort of pinky colour and the purple colour as well. People used to be a little bit, some people used to get funny about the fact that I dressed my boys in purple, but purple was my favourite colour. And I don't think colours have a gender at all. You can wear what you want. So, got that one. Big brother. He was so proud of being a big brother. Yeah, sorry, Liam. Sorry for having you on Facebook. He's not my Facebook friend, but James is. But they don't, and I just love that picture. That's that outfit again, although it's not that outfit. I might leave that one out. So then I'll be a little bit quicker. So let's get these matted. So can mat that one there. Oh, second week in March 1992. I think that's when we went up to Scotland to visit Ed's brother, because I actually think that that was one of his cousin Tom's outfits. I think that got passed on to us in that holiday, which visit, but it was a holiday to be fair. It's the only holidays we could afford, visiting family, and so I think that's why I put him in it and took that photo. He was so cute. And that one. God, look at the mess. And then there was one. Thank you for joining me, whoever you are. It's probably me, actually. If I'm on my iPad, it's me watching, isn't it? But never mind. Thank you, everybody who did join me and stick around for so long. I will not necessarily make a habit of this long. Don't know. Oh, that was rubbish, Jazz. I'll stick a smaller one on that so it's not wasted. Obviously that was not straight. I like the fact that this lifts up as well, especially when you've got inkiness going on. we go. That'll do. More scraps. 2 more scraps. 3 more scraps. Oh, that one will probably fit on there. Oh, that one's already done. 2 more scraps. Have I got something in here big enough? I've got a feeling this one might not be straight, which is why I had a problem. Let's have a look. And I've managed to stick it to the underside. That might not be good. Hi Terry! So I'm not alone, thank you. I wasn't sure, because I've got it on my iPad, I wasn't sure if it was me watching. I've made that mistake before, thinking somebody was watching me, asking them questions, and no, it was me. So now I've got a bit sticky on the underside of that, so I'm going to have to clean that after. But we're all right for now. There we go. Lovely. So I'm now forgetting what I was going to do. Oh yeah, these were going on opposite ends because they're roughly about the same age in that. And then we just need a mat for this. Oh, that was nearly. Do you know what? Just going to trim it down a bit so it fits. Take a bit off the bottom. Will that go in now? Yeah. Maybe a tad off this side. Yeah, that'll do. Oh, that's the old tumbler. Get the new one. Spread that about a bit. I will bin all them scraps when I'm done. There we go. So that one's going on. I've sort of kept with Liam on the left. Oh, that works, doesn't it? Liam on the left. Although Liam's in that one, but I mean baby Liam. And James on the right. And I've got lots to write. Lots of room to write, but I've also can see that awesome paper. And I'm probably going to do something in there with on a 1-inch circle punch. Oh, I've gone just over the hour, but nearly done. I'll be bellying up to your channel today. This is so fun. Oh, thank you. Thank you for that, Terry. I'm certainly enjoying myself. I've not done live scrapbooking before, but I'm thinking I might. It's a way of getting it done for me, and if people like watching it, that's a bonus. And that's that. So, does it still close? Yeah, I double magneted it, because I knew that it would start bowing. So there. I'll put some journaling down there. Oh, can't wait to show this to Ed when he gets back. He's going to love it. Put the story on the back there. He loved his superhero outfits. Oh, that's because it's waiting for another carrier. So I'll have to do that when I find it. And that's it. Cute. Hope you enjoyed that. I will put this on my YouTube channel after I've completed it with all the journaling. So thanks for joining me, and I will maybe come back and do some more Scrappy Sunday. Okay, bye for now. I was about to turn it off on my iPad, but I got to turn it off on my phone. Burk. There we go.